Hi everyone, my name is Janice Ong. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that is at the core of every success story, every growth moment, and every personal transformation. And that is something that is something that is something which is belief. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your vision. Believe in yourself. Believe in your vision. And most important, believe in what you believe. Believe in what you believe. You know, we live in a world that's full of distractions, opinions, negativity, criticism, advice, noise from every direction. People tell you what you should do, how you should do, how you should think, who should you be with, who should you be, what you need to do. It's very easy to get distracted and caught up by all this noise and voices that is talking to you. You often tends to lose the focus and lose touch with your own inner compass, your own true self, your own truth. Here's the thing: that is, you need to believe that you have the power to shape your reality. You have the power to shape your reality. Belief is the one that actually enacts your success. It's the foundation that supports your growth, all your growth. And today I'm going to share with you on how belief can be actually your greatest assets on the road to your dreams. Yeah. Okay. Think about the most remarkable things that you have actually seen in human history. What is the most remarkable achievements in human history? Think about who changed the world. What did they have in common? Do you know of any of people who change the world and make a good impact? Their success. What do they have in common? Which is belief. Belief. When we talk about belief, right, we're not talking just about some abstract idea. Belief is a force. It's a power that drives you to push boundaries, take risks, and stay committed even when things seem impossible. You know, take the Wright brothers. They actually make the plane, for example. Okay, so basically when they first started, they don't have any resources. They are not expert. They become the technology of today's aircraft, aviation giants and all that. And they have one thing in that you should know, which is a belief. A belief that human flight is possible. A human flight is possible. People were laughing at them, criticizing them that this is absurd. How can it be? How can human fly and all that? But the Wright brothers actually believe in their vision. They didn't just think they would change the world. They knew they can change the world, which is why their success. So the first lesson is your belief is the beginning of every breakthrough. Without belief, nothing actually moves forwards. Okay, I repeat, your belief is the beginning of every breakthrough. Without belief, nothing moves forward. Okay? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You must believe in yourself. Okay? Believe in yourself. Right. But belief isn't just about the idea of success. So it's actually about believing in yourself. Let's take a deep breath and think about it. Let's pause here. Let's reflect. Think about a time when you face a big challenge. Something that pushed you out of your comfort zone. Maybe it was applying for a new job, starting a new project, speaking in front of an audience, starting a new startup. If you have ever taken a leap of faith, you probably experience self-doubt. I know I have. When I started my journey towards entrepreneurship, right, and looking for a job, there were countless voices telling me a lot of negative stuff that this will not work. You will never succeed. You don't have the experience, the knowledge, the expertise, and it's too risky. People who are more qualified, they can do better. And then another thing is I applied for a job, right? So people will tell me, oh, there are other people who is more qualified as well. So this qualification wise, there are always people criticizing that I'm inexperienced or I'm not the right fit. There were times I thought about quitting, especially when things get tough. So, but I realized one thing is that I need to believe in myself. Who else will believe except me? I need to believe in myself and believe that I can do it. You know, when you actually believe in yourself, you stop viewing challenges as roadblocks. You start seeing them as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to move closer to your goal. Self-belief actually transforms the obstacles into stepping stones. It fuels you when others stop you. Take a quote, Steve Jobs, Apple founder. His quote is, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." So, I repeat, he says this, the people are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. So the people that are crazy, they are able to change the world. Are you going to be one of them? Steve Jobs, right, himself, right, was seen as a dreamer, a visionary. People told him that his ideas were actually too far-fetched. Yet his belief in his own abilities combined with unshakable belief in the vision of Apple led him to the creation of some of the most groundbreaking products in modern history. Believe in yourself. Believe in your vision. Now, while self-belief is critical, belief in your vision is equally important. What do I mean by that? Well, your vision is the picture of what you want your future to look like. It's the dream, the purpose, the mission that drives you forward. But here's the thing. Not everyone will see your vision and that's okay. I repeat, not everyone will see your vision and that's okay. Let me share with you an example. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's story is one of the most powerful examples of how belief in your vision can drive you to do extraordinary heights. Oprah was actually born in a poor family. She has a very, very difficult childhood filled with abuse. And she was actually running away from home and all that, and was even told that she wasn't fit for TV when she started in the industry. In fact, her first job as a television anchor was a failure. She was told she was too emotional and unprofessional, but you know what? Oprah has a vision. She saw the power of connection, the value of human stories, and how television could be a platform of change. Despite facing rejection after rejection, she kept going. She believed in her vision and her belief was unwavering. Oprah is now one of the most influential people in the world. And she is actually a media mogul, having a lot of money. And her success shows that belief works. Believe in yourself. So she has now empowered many people to be successful. Many people, millions of people, with what she has done and make an impact to others. Will you be one of them as well? Okay, Oprah's stories, right, actually teach us an important lesson. Your belief in your vision is the fuel that keeps you going when others really can't see what you see. It's what keeps you focused, driven, and determined, even when the road ahead is unclear or challenging. Now let's talk about growth. Growth, both personally and professional, doesn't happen by chance, by accident. Growth requires you to push your comfort zone. It requires you to embrace challenges, changes, and step into the unknown. Here's the thing. You can't grow if you don't believe what you can. You can't grow if you don't believe what you can. If you believe that growth is something that only happens to other people or that you are not good enough, then you stay always stuck. True growth happens when you stretch yourself, when you try new things, and yes, when you fail. Failure isn't something to fear. In fact, failure is often the greatest teacher of all. Growth requires you to embrace discomfort. You will never grow if you stay in the safe zone. True growth is born out of the willingness to take risks, fail, and learn from those failures. And you know what? Setbacks will happen. No one's journey is without failure. And here's the good news. I'm going to tell you. Failure is not the end. It's simply part of the process. How you respond to failure will determine whether you rise up or stay down. Now think of, who created the light? It's Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, he tried thousands and thousands and thousands of unsuccessful attempts. Finally invented the light bulb. If Edison hadn't seen each failure as a reason to quit, we were still in the dark. But he didn't. Edison saw each failure as an experience, a lesson that brought him closer to his goal. He famously said, "I've not failed, I just found 1,000 ways that don't work." Edison's story tells us that belief in ourselves and in our visions allow us to see setbacks as a learning experience, not as roadblocks. Each failure is an opportunity to adjust, refine, and grow stronger. You know from your mistakes, you learn from your mistakes, and you amend accordingly and improve accordingly. So, now here's the secret to it all. Although you believe in yourself, you must put it into action. I repeat, believe. You must put into action. Belief is not enough by itself. You can't just believe in your dream. You have to act on it. You need to act on it. You have to take those steps, and even when the path seems unclear. I repeat, even when the path seems unclear, you need to take the step. Believe and take action. Take action. Don't wait. Take action. Okay, now I want to talk about a famous author, a writer, and her book is now into a movie. Probably some of you guess who it is. It's J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter series. You know what? She was rejected by 12 publishers before someone finally accepted her manuscript. At that time, right, she was actually a single mom, living on welfare and facing a ton of rejection. And she believed in her own stories. She didn't wait for others to give her permission. She just kept writing. She kept believing. And today, Harry Potter is one of the most successful book franchises in history. It has become books, even entertainment places, all that. It's now a franchise. Many franchises out of this Harry Potter series. Belief requires action. You need to take action. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating the moment through your belief, through your effort, through your persistence, and through your vision. So, I would like to conclude this. I'll leave you with this today. Believe in what you believe. Hold tight to the belief when doubts try to creep in. Allow your belief to be the fuel that keeps you moving, keeps you growing, and keeps you striving for more. Remember, success and growth are not destination. They are the rewards of living with a belief system that guides you every single day. The road may not be easy. There will be bumps, setbacks, failures, and people may still criticizing you, saying that you are not competent and criticizing you that it's too risky and all that. Don't listen to them. You must have an unwavering belief in yourself, your vision, your path, your mindsets, and walk with it with purpose, direction, determination, and the confidence that you can succeed. You can succeed, and with greatness. You are destined for greatness. Say to yourself, I am destined for greatness. I can make a change. I can make a change. I hope I have made an impact to you to make a change and believe in yourself, and go ahead with whatever ideas and thoughts you want to do, whether it be a startup or want to go into a new career and all that. Believe you can. If you find this video helpful, useful, please actually click the like button, share with others, and do subscribe to my channel for more future content. Thanks for sharing. Remember, believe in yourself. Thanks.